The logic is quite simple really. Take a full fat luxury 7-seat SUV that's doing rather well by the way, and then just shrink it down. The GLS, the super big daddy by the way, and then now you have the GLB, the gateway Mercedes SUV. Now logically speaking, since it's just shrunken down, everything should be the same and there shouldn't be any surprises, right? Well, not really. For a start, the way it looks is interesting. It may look compact, but I was quite taken aback to learn that it's almost as long as the one level up GLC, and it is in fact taller. In fact, there's a lot of similarities to note between the GLS and this GLB in terms of styling, and I think Mercedes did that on purpose. Nothing wrong with the way the GLS looks in my opinion. The one you see here comes shod with 19-inch AMG 5-spoke wheels that suit it really rather well, I must admit. Overall, it doesn't conventionally look like an SUV, but I think the GLB is all the better for it. It'll really stand out.
Inside, I find it really hard to pin fault anywhere. This is one really handsome cabin. The twin screen setup over here, both 10.25 inches by the way, is super crisp. I love the fact that buttons are kept down to a minimum. In fact, the only real buttons or toggles that you'll see are for heating and cooling. And it's just, generally speaking, a really thoroughly modern cabin to be in.
The second row is pretty capable of taking in 3 people, with the only iffy bit being that the seat itself could have been a little bit more supportive, especially in terms of the thigh support.
Yeah, not much to see here. This is best for kids and pets at best. Not for too long at that.
And yes, one of the calling cards for the GLB is its ability to cram more people in, but you need to be realistic about third rows in general. Very rarely is it accommodating enough. Question is, do I need to be a little bit realistic about how it is on the move?
Now for the drive. This is a GLB 220D 4MATIC, or, all-wheel drive. Yes, it is a diesel, but you can also spec the GLB with a petrol, and you can also spec it with a two-wheel drive version. First impressions, excellent. Within the time I've been given with the GLB, it's just immediately apparent that this is a very sorted machine dynamically. The engine is punchy when you need it to be, and it's also relaxed when you need it to be. Ditto for the gearbox, but what really surprised me was the ride. The suspension is set up on the firmer side, but it's just so adept, so capable at absorbing any and all potholes and bumps on the road. And given its tall profile, the GLB handles pretty well. I did push it pretty hard around corners, and yeah, I was expecting a lot of body roll, and was present. Sure, it is an SUV after all, but it was impressively contained.
Mercedes is also toying around with cylinder deactivation tech in the petrol spec. What this does is shuts off 2 out of the 4 cylinders when it senses it's not required. The result is improved efficiency, which is always a great thing to have.
Today's been an important day. I know I shouldn't have, but earlier I dismissed the GLB as just another family SUV. That was my mistake. It's not just a family SUV, it's not just a good family SUV. It's a ruddy good car overall. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Forbes India Momentum. I'm Ronak, and it's a buy waiting up ahead.